farmer, friend, singer-songwriter, Lyal Strickland.
And that's farmer, friend, and jack of all trades, Chris Horn.
And we're those Taste Bud Guys.
Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining us one more time. I'm Chris, that's Lyal. We're those Taste Bud Guys. If your first time joining us, I appreciate you giving us a chance. We're just going to grab us a glass here and have a drink. We would highly encourage you to also grab a glass, have a drink alongside us. Put some comments down below, especially if you happen to have this product. We'd love to hear from you. If this is not your first time joining us, thanks for coming back. Do all the internet stuff that you guys, you know, everybody tells you to do. And don't forget, we've got a Venmo code over here in the corner if you want to leave us a tip. We appreciate it.
Yeah, buy us
just a tip.
Buy us a beer. Throw us a few bucks. Much appreciated.
We do.
We are working with...
thank you for those of you that have. Sorry to interrupt you, but
no, it's huge.
We don't say thank you enough, and we're really bad about that. Some of you guys have been amazing about kicking us $5 or $10, and it goes a long way. So
it's awesome. We're working with another Missouri distillery this week, Blacksmith, out of Lohman, right? Lohman?
That's the way I pronounce it, Lohman. L-O-H-M-A-N. I mean, you'd think if we was from Missouri, we'd know, but it's not really the truth.
But because
there's things like Labadee that exists.
In
Nevada.
The family's from Frankenstein, Missouri. Now you might say Frankenstein, Missouri, and I'll just read from I'll read from the back of the label.
You're then you'll say Frankenstein.
I'll read from the back of the label. Yes, really Frankenstein. When they told me that, I was like reading the label as they were saying they were from Frankenstein, and I was like, what? No, really? And then it says, yes, really Frankenstein. Right.
You're like, oh.
I feel like that
read my mind.
It's a common occurrence.
Good copy.
These boys are a small distillery putting out some like really incredible stuff.
Really nice stuff.
And super nice guys. You get
Mike. Hi, Russ.
Get the impression that it's just such a fun project for them because they have their line has like 18 SKUs or something like that. It's like
it's silly,
it's expansive, and it feels like they wake up days and go like, well, what if we just did something totally new today? And just added it in a bottle.
They've given us a few to bring up here, which we're going to talk about in different episodes, but I wanted to kind of show them off to you guys. But
we're going to start with the gin just because
real quick though.
Yeah.
As another person who is not only familiar with microphone use and radio as well, besides our YouTube stuff and being in front of a microphone and from a camera, does Mike not make you feel like about this fucking tall?
Oh, as you say it, my voice is getting deeper.
Is like I am a radio guy.
Well, Russ too. I mean, both of them.
Russ as well. But Mike is specifically like, holy crap, dude.
Voiceover guy.
Yeah, call and ask to speak to Mike. That's what that's the information. If you take anything away from this episode, call and ask for Mike.
Yeah, super nice boys. We're working with the gin because they gave us some bottles of whiskey, and Chris he refused to leave unless they let him take the gin, and they popped this open and it was about half full when we sampled it out, and he said, well, just take it with you, and rightfully so. It's a phenomenal gin. Do you want me to tell you what's in this, or do you want to?
Well, I'll give you what I think right off the top. But I kind of remember some of it just from our conversations there. Yeah. But here's what I was getting is everything that I remember about it is not the same right now. What I get off the nose right now is buttered popcorn. I get just this really strong sense of just like buttered popcorn in there. And it's got the nice herbal notes. It's low juniper. So just if you guys are normally used to drinking gin or sniffing gin, it's got that high Christmas tree quality. This doesn't have this. This is overwhelmingly just like got a smoothness. Again, like I say buttery smoothness, and it's more vegetative.
This to me, and I'm glad we're seeing this. I like a big strong juniper London Dry gin myself.
Absolutely.
But these new American gins and the sipping gins that are coming out started out really heavily licorice flavored stuff, big cardamom spice. This is not that. This is more akin to the James May gin that we have.
Yeah, I would have to say, which he would probably hate for us to say it's a new American style, considering it's definitely going with a London dry style. Yeah. But it is akin to that, where you're straying away from those very traditional notes and starting to expand out into some other things that you could do with the neutral grain spirit. And this is I like this. It's not a cocktail in a glass, but for those of you who like to sip gin, you're getting something a little extra with it that's not the same old Hendrix, basically.
The butter popcorn note is quite strong, and I get some beets in there.
Beets, that's where we talked about last time, that it kind of went across with the James May stuff, is that beet note. And
we're going to taste it here in a second.
Which I don't think Russ expects us to say.
Right. Juniper, cedar berry, snap peas, cilantro, mint.
Is that the nose, or is that the...
Well, I don't know. I assume that's the whole deal. So let's taste it, because I could honestly smell this for days. It's such a great nose on it.
Man, how easy is that to drink, though?
Well, it's beautifully smooth, but it is spicy.
That's what I was going to say. That spicy note at the end just sits there and hangs onto your tongue. It's got that... I think I remember talking about this when we was there.
Yeah. This is where it departs from James May.
We should stop for this. One of the... You keep saying this going, I think I remember. This was the last stop in 2 solid days of running around to distilleries and drinking. And by the way, they're close to Jeff City, Missouri, if anybody's kind of trying to figure out roughly where Loman's at. We don't remember a whole lot about what happened that day, if I'm just going to be really honest with y'all. So there is things I remember about this, particularly the mint, because you talked about the mint a lot. And
that spicy note, I remember them talking to us about that spicy note, because it is a...
Because I kept coming away saying, my God, it has this pepper, this like hot pepper note to it.
All of those garden notes that are on the nose come through on the taste. You do kind of
vegetative, man.
You kind of lose that buttered popcorn note, I feel like, on the taste. Except the mouthfeel is kind of
mineralized.
Yeah, oily in a good way.
Yep.
Just kind of like a light olive oil kind of mouthfeel to it.
Oh, that's But then that's a good comparison.
But then these spicy notes come up and just like rupture up your tongue, and it's just quite good.
Really, I mean, at the end of it, that's what hangs on, is you have that bit of a mineralization and spice.
Yeah.
Really leaves you wanting more. I mean, guys, I know when we're talking about a lot of these Missouri products, we're talking about some fairly niche things that may not have this big a distribution as what one might hope they would. Especially if you're wanting this as well, it's going to be a little tougher. But I don't know what their distribution is like as far as being able to ship. But we do encourage you guys to reach out to all these places we talk about in Missouri. We're awfully proud of them, of course.
If nothing, just send them a message and say, hey,
see what they can do for you.
We'd love to try it sometime.
Our door is always open if we're around. As we've said 100 times before, we would be happy to sample out any stuff that we've got for them. So.
Yeah, absolutely. The whiskey is phenomenal, and they've just got so many great things. I'm really excited to pop into these bottles.
They even had a cinnamon whiskey that I liked, and I don't like cinnamon whiskey at all.
Very true. That was a hard sell, but
I'll own it. I still don't love cinnamon whiskey. It's nothing I would ever go after, but I gotta admit, they made a good product.
This is just a damn good gin. I don't know what else to say about it other than that, this is not going to stand having this little bit of this in here.
Should we warn them we're coming back, or should we just show up?
I think we should just show up. Maybe we almost I think got him kicked out of the house because his mom was making dinner, and we talked too long.
That's true. I thought we'd get invited in for dinner. We didn't, though.
But yeah, fantastic stuff. Do you have anything else to say before we wrap up this?
We talked about notes. We talked about tasting notes. You hit the highlights of what they had. Does mint still come through for you? I know that was the big point that you had. We both talked a little bit about it, but I kept thinking the mint was more of a pepper.
I think the cilantro is heavier for me today, but the mint, maybe more of a spearmint. I don't know what type of mint they use.
I think spearmint's what I said last time, but also I will point out last time this was the last drinks we had in a long run of 2 days. This time this is the first drink we've had today, basically.
Yeah.
So big difference in how our palates might adjust as well.
And lovely that it still stands up.
Stands up.
All right. Until next time.
Whether it be the gin from Blacksmith Distilling that you're trying.
The food from Patty Malone's Pub you're eating after you go to Blacksmith.
Dude, my lip is still burnt. Did you guys watch the last few weeks? I bit into a hot mushroom and oh my gosh, the oil burnt me and now I am. Clothes you're wearing.
The food that was worth it, I think.
It was so worth it. I want to go back so bad.
Yeah.
Hi, Alan.
Grab a buddy.
He probably ain't watching.
Try something new.